Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HAFIZ bin RAMLI. My matric number is S2107. So now I will present about the introduction of this lab manual, lab report. So a laboratory position risk due to exposed to corrosive and toxic substance, flammable surf and high pressure gas, explosive, chemical and dangerous microbe. For example, among the incidents that occur when laboratory safety is not observed are fire, injury and others. Laboratory accident can be avoided by taking care and following the safety procedure. Among the things, by follow the symbol found in laboratory will reduce the risk of incident. So for the symbol in laboratory usually have two. Firstly is safety symbol and the hazard symbol. This symbol can be seen at laboratory equipment, door, cabinet and so on. So of which they have a 10 danger symbol. They are usually found in laboratory such as repository, flammability and oxidation, like this. In addition, they also have a 5 type of safety symbol that have variation unique signal, such as prohibition sign, mandatory sign, warning sign, safety condition sign and fire equipment sign. The main purpose of the experiment is to identify and to know the function of each symbol in the laboratory and also in nursery, where the more observing the rule of symbol in the laboratory, the less the probability of accident or injury. So for objective, there are 3 objectives in this lab. First, identify the hazard pictogram symbol and important safety symbol found in laboratory such as MAF and hatchery. Next, know the safe laboratory practice during laboratory evacuation. And lastly, understand each symbol function found in laboratory and hatchery. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm now FARHANIS HAFIZAH S61887 and I would like to continue to the next pictogram. Okay, first, this symbol within this pictogram is a flame with a line underneath it. These symbols indicate that hazardous products with this pictogram are easily ignite or burn rapidly if they are not stored or handled properly. Next, as you can see, the symbol with this pictogram is called an exclamation mark. This symbol indicates that hazardous product with this pictogram can.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad HAIKAL bin DURHAN and my matric number is S2744. Today I want to talk about the selection of the safety and hazard symbol. First, I want to talk about warning hot surface symbol. This symbol want the use that hot surface are present and contact should be avoided to prevent injury. This sign has official ANSI header for safety protocol and complaints. Hot surface safety glove require sign is a helpful aid for the protection of the head and safety of personnel and is not an alternative for required protective action for eliminating or reduction of hazard. The second symbol is toxic substance. Okay, the symbol will find this sign in area that contain substance that can be harmful to human if they are inhaled, swallowed, or come into contact with the skin. Stay safe. Okay, the effect of such substance in contact with human tissue can vary depending on the substance and its construction, so make sure you have a protocol and risk assessment for each scenario. Mask, goggles, and gloves should be used when toxic substances are present. The last symbol in lab is biohazard. The equipment or container are dealing with likely to come into contact with biohazardous material and are therefore at risk of contamination. If the laboratory is working with infection agent, the sign should meet the area cleaning rule to stay safe when work. Have to wear a protected protection. Glove and goggles may be sufficient, or certain situations require full clothes to protect the entire body from potential contagious disease. Okay, thank you for me.
First aid is the first and immediate assistance given to any person with either a minor or serious illness or injury, with care provided to preserve life, prevent the condition from worsening, or to promote recovery. It includes initial intervention in a serious condition prior to professional medical help being available, such as performing CPR while waiting for an ambulance, as well as the complete treatment of minor conditions such as applying a plaster to a cut. The kit should be easily accessible to other locations that belong to a particular group. The first aid kit should contain the item recommended in the first aid kit policy and guideline for laboratories. It should be inspected monthly to ensure that no items are missing and that none of the remedies, including saline solution, ointment, and etc., in the kit have expired. Okay, what will happen if there is no first aid kit available? Without proper first aid, a simple injury could become severe, and in some cases, fatalities can occur as a result of lack of immediate medical treatment. A wall sign that reads "Danger, no smoking, no open flame" is an effective reminder to people in the area that they should not be doing anything that will cause an open flame. These signs are most commonly used in areas where there may be something flammable that could ignite from even a small flame. The substance can be easily set on fire if exposed to a source of ignition. Some examples of this would be a fuel station, since the fumes from the fuel can ignite. Working with sawdust is another place where this wall sign can be helpful. This type of dust can ignite and spread quickly from even a very small flame. What will happen if we don't take precautions based on this symbol? Failure to follow these safety instructions or symbol could result in fire, injury, and damage.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad ZIKRY bin Muhammad THAHAR. My metric number is S61465. Okay, for my parts, I will explain about the symbol of emergency shower and eye wash. Okay, emergency shower and eye wash is used in case the chemical splash. We need to wash the chemical for 15 minutes before medical treatment. Okay. The emergency shower and eye wash is used to clean and rinse a part of the body or your eyes or the clothing that have been exposed to chemical immediately. Okay, if not obeyed, it will cause our skin or your eyes to be damaged due to exposure to chemical. Okay. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Another sign that we found in the hatchery is corrosive warning sign. The corrosive warning signs is used to warn the visitor or the employee about the corrosive substances in and around the workplace. The bony hand symbol means that the product is corrosive. Corrosive product will burn our skin if we touch, or our throat or stomach if we swallow it. In short, we should store the corrosive substances in separate storage area away from other materials, processing areas, and handling areas. One of the safety pictograms that we found in the hatchery is the slippery floor sign. The slippery floor sign is fall under the physical hazard category, and this sign is used to remind or notify people about the slippery and fall hazard in an immediate area. So this sign can be found usually in the where water or liquid or other slippery substances is present in the walking area. And these wet floors and other slippery surfaces are among the leading causes of accidents in the hatchery, where the simple wet floor can cause someone to slip and fall.
Hazard safety symbol in the hatchery is a lab coat must be worn in this area. The meaning of the symbol is a warn employees and visitors of potential hazard in and around the workplace. Lab coat must be worn whenever working in the laboratory or clinic area. In addition to the apparatus type and size of personal protective equipment or PPE, all students, faculty, staff and visitor must conduct the following work activity must be provide a laboratory coat. Number 1 is work in laboratories. 2. Handle biological, chemical and radiological material and waste. Number 3 is handle human blood, tissue, cell lines and other potential infection material. Number 4 is handle clinical specimen. All laboratory workers are responsible to following the requirement for wearing and properly maintaining lab coat as outlined in this policy guideline and laboratory specific safe training. Lab coat are a key element of personal protective equipment PPE in the laboratory. The OSHA and the Center of the Disease Control refers to use of lab coat or other protective clothing for use in the laboratories while working with hazardous material. When properly used, lab coat must be provide protection of skin and personal clothing from the incidental contact and small splashing. Prevent the spread of contamination outside of the lab. Number 3 is provide a removal barrier in the event of the incident involving a spill or splash of hazardous substance.